सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Read the verse 1, chapter 2, section 4. Paranchikani vyadranat swayambhuh tasmat parang pashyati nantaratman kaschidhiraha pratyagatmanamaikshat आवृत्त चक्षुः अमृतत्वमिच्छन् Swayambhuhu means Swayam Bhavati iti Swayambhuhu. One who has self-born, Swayam Bhavati. That's why we worship the Lord Shiva as Swayambhu. Karana-rahitatvat. One who does not have its own cause. That's why Swayambhu. Vyatranat meaning he has cursed as though. Cursed meaning conditioned. He has put the conditions for the sense organs to be only extrovert. Paranchikani. Paran gachanti iti paranchi. Khani. Khani means all apertures. All we have are the 9-gated community where we are living. Navadware pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. Dehi shabda means Dehi Atma na kurvan na karayan Dehe Navadware Dehe Vasannapi. Even though it is sitting in this body which is 9-gated, that Lord doesn't do anything. But these 9 gates are very active. So here, Paranchikani Vidranat Swayambhuhu Tasmat, therefore, Khani, those apertures, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, Parang pashyati. Para eva pashyati. Outer only it is focus. Na antaratman. They do not have the ability to turn their attention within. And that's why we are so busy with the world. World is not busy. We are busy. I am very busy, Swamiji. Okay. What do you mean by that? I have too much to see, too much to hear, too much to smell, too much to touch, too much to hold. So, tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman. But very rare one, dhiraha kaschit. Koi, ek thousand, among thousands of them, one probably. During the Krishna's time, probably 1 in 1,000. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatadamapi siddhanam kaschinmam vetti tattvataha. Thousands of people among that, one rare one. Now it should be crore mein ek. At those times probably he was probably very generous. 1,000. Here, kaschid dhiraha. Atmanam aikshat pashyati. Pratyaga atmanam. Yesterday I was telling you about parag tata pratyak. Parag means outside. Pratyak means within, inner. How does such a person and why? Why first? Amrutatvam icchan. Desiring amrutatvam. See, now you see, any object that we come to perceive is subject to mrida swabhava. Because the very fact that it is created. So, any object for that matter is a combination of elements, and the elements coming together make an object appear to be what it is. When the elements depart, it disappears. An apple is there, you keep it for a long time, after some time it will just wither away and then do nothing. Water, for example, you keep it for a while, after it is dried up and gone, it's not even there, vaporized. So everything is mrita swabhava. So when we hold on to what is mritam, how will you get it? So amrutatvam icchan, knowing that, so how do we desire for amrutatvam? Oh, mritu ko chhod do. Vishayan tyaja. First statement Krishna makes is, in the quality of a Siddha Prajna is what? Prajahadi. First thing is jahati, gives up. Sarvan kaman prajahadi, manogatan. Atman eva atmana tushtaha, Siddha Prajna. So here it is, kaschidiraha amrutatvam icchan atmanam aikshat. And how does he do that? Avritta chakshuhu. See, the word avritta should be understood. If you say avritta, it's different. That's why Sanskrit is very hard, you have to be careful. Avritta means closed. Avritta means turned. Avartanam, avartanam is constantly rotating, but turning around. Say avritta versus avritta. Avritta means surrounded, covered, closed. Apavritam is to open, as you know. Apavrita. That is what is in Ishavasya Upanishad. E pushan apavrunu. Oh Lord Son, open your face and let me see. So avrita means covered. Avrita means enveloped. Avrita means closed also. But avrita, when you say, it is turn around. So chakshuhu avrita. So where the eyes cannot turn. What do you mean by eyes turning? Eyes mean attention. This attention is no more outside, and therefore avrita chakshuhu. Amrutatvam icchan. So amrutattvasya nashasti vitte nityena vaishrutihi. Vitta, by vitta, the wealth, it is not possible. It is said in one of the Upanishad, Yajnavalkya, he calls his Katyayani and Maitri, both of them he calls and then tells, because I am going to take up to sannyas, I will share my wealth with you both, half to you, half to you. That's California at that time itself. Half to you, half to you. So one took it away and went. Maitri would not, she won't. He said, if you are giving me the wealth, what are you going to do? So he says, I am going to take sannyas. And for what? He says, amrutatvam icchan. I need amrutatvam. So that means this vittam is not amrutatvam. So why are you giving it to me? If you are desiring something higher and you are giving me this, that means this is not that. I don't want this. Tell me what that is. Then he teaches. So here, amrutatvam icchan avritta chakshuhu pashyati. What? Atmanam pashyati. Pratyakatmanam pashyati. See, in this verse, I mean, we can go into more details, but Vishaya, Adhikari, Sambandha and Prayojanam, all four are given. In Shastra, we need to speak about four things. Adhikari kaun hai? Who is the qualified student? Vishaya kya hai? What is the subject matter? Sambandh kya hai? Vishaya और अधिकारी से संबंध क्या? The qualified student and the subject matter, what is the relationship? और उसका फल क्या है? प्रयोजनम किम भवति? जिसमें all of them are there. Who is the qualified student? Amrutatvam icchan. Mumuksha ho. So that is the first person here, this adhikari. Vishaya क्या है? Amrutatvam. Atmanam. Atmanam pashyati. So that means prayojanam is atma darshanam. Kaisa hoga? Avritta chakshuhu bhava. Vishayan teja. So this is beauty, each verse complete by itself. It's a sadhana itself is given here. Continuing here in the next verse he says, Parachakaman anuyanti balaha. Te mrityoryanti vitatasya pasham. Ata dhira amrutatvam viditva dhruvam adhruveshviha na prartayante. Parachaha meaning bahirgataha. One whose mind is extrovertedly going is Bala. They are called Bala. Somebody who has name Bala will be very unhappy about it. Bala means bachche log hain. In fact, all of us are bachche log only. Kamanya kamayate kamyamanaha sakama birjayate tatra tatra. It is said in Kathopanishad. What you desire is where your mind will constantly go. Kamanya kamayate kamyamanaha. Whatever is desirable, desiring which, sa kama birjayate. He goes behind that only. Tatra tatra. Not only that, because the desire is so intense and I am not able to get in this life, again, that will be stated here. So, Balaha. Balaha means those who are incapable of leaving aside the objects in spite of the knowing the fact that they are not eternal. They are not everlasting. They are temporary. Yet, I cannot give it. They are called Bala. See, it is like, your own child also when you're growing up, going on, holding out a teddy bear. How long you will go on holding on to that? Do your homework. No. Bala. Like you hold on to iPad, iPhone, Bala. Cannot give up. कुछ देर के लिए छोड़ के you come and study. That also, okay, what happened? So now, everything is emergency now. So, parachaha, parangataha, manaha, plural. Kaman anuyanti. They go behind only the desirable objects. Kama vishayan anugachanti, balaha. Those people, alpajnaha, alpam janati eva. They know only very little, alpam jananti. Thus people, mrityoho yanti. Mrityoho, samsaram prati. They only go to, because going, as I said, the objects only there, where are you going? Mrityu only. I am going towards what? What are you eating? Mrityu. What are you seeing? Mrityu. Everything is none other than continuous change, and in the change, you are looking for changelessness. Is it not that everybody's permanent happiness is what we want? Paramanandam is called permanent. So, permanent happiness we want. Where are you looking for? In temporary things. So, therefore, dhiraha, men of wisdom, amrutatvam viditva, amrutatvam atmanam viditva. Immortal is only the self, therefore, dhruvam, that which is steady and permanent, adhruveshu na prartayante. They won't look for it in temporary things. Intelligent. If I want permanent, I have to look for it in the permanent things. I cannot expect permanency in temporary things. So, if one is, that is called balahan. You are not thinking carefully. If you are looking for permanent thing, you should look for it where it is. We are looking for permanent happiness in the temporary thing. Now, you see, interesting thing is, it is we who want the object. Objects don't want us. Do you think that car is looking for you? I mean, of course, when nowadays, you press car will come to you slowly. But it is you wanted it. It's not it wants it. You see the iPad telling me, come. None of the objects really want us. We, on the other hand, so stupid, unintelligently, we are attached to them. They are not attached. So, we are looking for permanent happiness in impermanent things. Dhruvam adhruveshu iha na prartayante dhiraha. So, here, Now, one more thing is, you have to understand very clearly, the entire thing is ajnana srishti only, the whole creation. See, if there is an object there, you are looking at the object is looking at you. That is one thing. So, if you are looking for a thing and that object is not the one who is looking for you, who is ajnani here? Object is ajnani. Object is jadam. So, holding on to the jadam is the chaitanya. The chaitanya, the consciousness, is holding on to jadam and thinks it is jadam. What do you call it as? Jnanam? It is like a person walking on the road and he tells everyone, go little away from me. Why? Don't stamp on my shadow. You know, I feel very painful. That is jadam. You are chaitanya. Chaya taporiva. You saw that before also. So that jada is to be understood as something which is not me. If you think that is you, the jadam is you, your chaitanya bhava is gone. So that is the reason why we are unable to meditate continuously. That reason being, we are incapable of leaving aside what is known to be jadam, achaitanyam, and that is what is called ajnana. Ajnana srishti. So here, one more thing which we need to understand is, see, in Vedanta what we say, anything that is seen nearer to you, you call it as idam. Anything that is far away from you, we call it as tat. Tat can be as far as at the end of this hall, it can be something on the road, it can be something which is in the other street, it can be in other city, it can be in other country, it can be in other world, it can be Lord also. What is tat then? Tat, the word, that in English. What does it mean that? Where do you say that ends here? Where can you say? Idam, when you say, in immediate proximity. But that, when you say, where does it end? You can go on saying, even that sun, you know, how far it is. Now, when you are perceiving idam, this, also when you are referring to something as that, in both these both these interactions or both these connotations, both their usage, aham is the same. Is it not true? I am seeing this and I know that. So, in both the statement, I is the same. So, what is the nature of I then? How far it can travel? इसलिए कहता है सर्वव्यापी. Aham interacting with idam is understandable, it's close, but it can even travel up to unknown. Aham, therefore, envelops even the entire creation up to, the creator. One who is thus able to recognize that this I am Atma is sarvavyapi, such a person is only, he can be called as amrutatvam ichan, one who is desiring amrutatvam. Now, when we do shravanam or listening like this in satsanga, what we come to know is what we don't know. Many people don't even know the subject. Swamiji, what are you talking in the Upanishad about Brahman? Who is he? So, is he some kind of a god? The people, we cannot blame. We also started the journey like that. When way back in 30 years back or more, when I started to listen, first when we were Yuvakendra, at that time, lecture will be gone. We are busy making the book stall, making sure the books are arranged properly and then organizing things and prasad and this and that, and busy with that. But he is talking, so let them talk. We will do our work. That's what our job was. Then slowly, when you start, sitting in a bookshop, What is he saying? I used to attend Swami Brahmananda's Kannada lectures. I had no idea about Kannada at that time. So Swami Brahmananda used to say, your bookshop is closed. Why are you sitting there? So what should I do? You come and sit here. Kannada, I don't know. It doesn't matter, you'll learn. So I started attending without knowing the language, but slowly I picked up. And later on, when he started a Sandipani course in Karnataka, way back in 86, 88, morning at 6:30. My house was at least 20 miles away. I drive and come there, and first one, before the students come, I will be sitting there. So, before going to office. So, now you see, at that time, what I come to know? That I am ignorant. Whatever he says, just terminologies I know. What it is, I have little hard. Later on only I came to know. So, the Shravanam begins with knowing about ignorance. Knowing ignorance is not knowledge. You say, I do not know German, does not mean you know German. So, if we say, I am ignorant, I know I am ignorant, does not mean you have got knowledge. Does it mean? So, many people say, knowing ignorance is knowledge. How can that be? Knowing ignorance is knowledge. Knowing ignorance is ignorance. This is the first step. Second thing is, knowing alone can remove ignorance. Not knowing about ignorance. Knowing that which is contradictory to ignorance can alone remove ignorance. Ajnanasya nashaha jnanadeva bhavati. Jnanena tu ajnanam nashitam bhavati. Only when knowledge takes place, then only ajnana will go. So this is the second step. Jnana kya hai isme? In this context, what is jnana? What is it about? It is about me. It's not about something. Ignorance is not somewhere sitting somewhere else for me to destroy. So first is I need to know that there is ignorance. And ignorance can go only out of bringing knowledge. And the knowledge about what? Knowledge about me. Atma Jnana. Any other jnanam will not remove ajnana. Suffering is out of this ajnana. See, you suffer not knowing German? Of course, if you're in Germany, you will suffer that. But in general, our suffering is not knowing some language, not knowing somebody, not knowing some object, but not knowing ourselves. That is what is suffering, making us suffer. If I don't know somebody, he will suffer, not me. That person will suffer, let him suffer. Right. But my suffering is because of not knowing about me. So therefore, knowing ignorance, knowing that knowledge alone can be replacing the ignorance, that the knowledge is about me. Right? This is where the connection is coming now, in the next verse. Now you see, in Sanskrit, there are 7 vibhaktis are there. 7. In English, it is not there actually. You say Ramaha, and you say Ramaha, Ramam, Ramena, Ramaya, Ramat, Ramasya, Rame. Hare Rama. These are all vibhaktis. Hey Ram. 7. Ram, to Ram, by Ram, for Ram, from Ram, of Rama, in Rama. These are the 7. Now, let us look at this very carefully. When I see a flower, why you are taking always flowers from me? Harmless, okay. Flower. Look at the flower. So in this flower, there are 7 things happening. Please pay attention. Saha, flower is what? Who is looking at the flower? So he says, Saha, Tam, Tena, Tasmai, Tasmat. Then 5. Tasya and Tasmin. Right? This. Now, if you look at it carefully, all the 7 is interacting in every transaction. First of all, Saha, when you take Atma. Who is looking at it? We'll come to that later, but you'll now understand Atma. Atma is the one who is seeing those. What is being seen? Object. Pushpam. Tam pushpam pashyami. Correct? By what you are seeing? Chakshusha pashyami. By the eyes I am seeing. For whose sake you are seeing it? Ahankaraya. Ego, I want to see. I like to see. Ahankaraya. Why you are seeing? Ichat. To the desire you are seeing that. Whose ahankar is that? Jivasya. And where are you seeing? Buddhau. So here, Atma, Pushpam, Chakshusha, Ahankaraya, Ichat, Jivasya, Buddhau Pashyati. The self, with the help of the eyes, looking at the flower, desired by the ego of the jiva in the buddhi. You understand that? If you don't understand that, don't chant Brahmarpanam. Brahmarpanam is that only. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Brahmagnau, Brahmana Aputam, Brahmaiva tena gandhavyam, Brahma karma samadhina. In the entire process is what? Brahman alone is the one who is a real perceiver with in seeing in the buddhi for the sake of the desire of the jiva prompted by ego through the eyes at the flower. Yena rupam rasam gandham Shabdan sparsham chamaitunan Ete naiva vijanati Kimatra parishishyate Etat vaitat Etat vaitat. This is going to be continuing for the next few verses. This is that. What is that? Directly here Yama is trying to point out what you asked is this. What did he ask? Astiti cha eke, nayamastiti cha eke. Some people say it is, some people it is not there. Is it? That is. What this is. What is this? Due to which or because of which, yena atmana, due to that self alone, rupam, rasam, gandham, shabdan, sparshan. Rupa, rasa, gandha, shabda, sparsha. Rupa, form. Rasa, taste. Gandha, smell. Shabda, sound. Sparsha, touch. These, all the 5, because of whom alone you are able to experience. And all the 5 put together is the man and women copulation, that is Maitunan. The Upanishad doesn't leave that also. These 5 experiences through the senses put together also, a man and the woman coming together, Maitunan, Mithuni Bhava. Even that, Etena eva, by this alone, Vijanati, knows. Kim atra parishishyate? What else is there? Meaning, what else is there? Nothing else is there. What you see, by what you see, why you see, who is seeing, in what you see, everything is that only. Etena eva vijanadi. Knowing is because of his presence only. Kim atra parishishyate? What else is there? Etat vai tat. This alone is that. Also, the question you asked, dharmat adharmat anyatra. Krita akritat anyat. Bhutacha bhavyascha anyat. Yat tat pashyasi tad vada. He asked, please tell me that. Etat vaitat. That's what it is. So next time when you are seeing anything, you see, no problem. जिसके कारण मैं देख सकता हूँ, वो अमृतत्व आत्मा है. The attention thereafter immediately shifts from what you see to the seer. The sadhana, therefore, in jnana sadhana is not doing something, but shifting the attention. क्या करना है ज्ञान में? So when you start in the beginning stages, when you say ज्ञान में कुछ करना नहीं है, so ठीक है, बस. Knowledge is not asking you to do anything, but it is doing most of the things. What? A silent shift of attention from you, the jiva, experiencing the world and getting caught into that world, to paying attention to the self, which is the nature of immortality, ever present as a sakshi. Also, swapnantam jagaritantam chobhau yenanupashyati mahantam vibhumatmanam matva dhiro na shochati. Ultimately, this seeing must end in result of no sorrow, anandam. Na shochati. He doesn't anymore grieve. Dhiraha na shochati. That must be ingrained in our head. Dhiraha na shochati. Dhiraha na shochati. Sorrow, aham adhiraha. I am not thinking correctly. If I am thinking, I should not have sorrow. Let others have sorrow because I am not having sorrow, but that doesn't matter to me. Swapnantam, swapna madhyam, swapna vishayam. The object in the state of dream, jagaritantam, jagarat vishayan. The object that I see in the waking state, ubhau, both of them, yena, because of which anupashyati is able to see. One meaning. Swapnasya antah jagrat. Ya swapnasya antah sushupti. So, also jagaritantam, when he says jagrat avasthayam prag, jagrat avasthayam anantaram, what? Swapna or sushupti. Meaning that which is after the dream, what is there? Either waking or sleep. After waking up, what is there? Either dream or sleep. In all of them, one who sees. One who sees, in other words, Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Sputatara Yasam Vid Ujrumbade. Avastatraya Sakshi Ityartha. One who is at the end of dream, what he sees, what whoever makes you see, or during the state of dream, what you see, during the waking, what you see, or after the waking, what you see, yaha anupashyati mahantam. Mahantam means this which is beyond the three. For example, if I am seeing you, the very first primary thing is, if I am seeing you, you are different from me. Right? Then only I can see you. Similarly, if I am able to see Jagrat, the waking state, Swapna, the dream state, the Sushupti, the deep sleep, who am I? Avastatre Sakshi. He is Mahan, Mahantam. He is the final end. It's called Turiyam ityartha. Turiyam, Mahantam. Vibhum Atmanam, Vyapakam Vibhum. One who pervades all the three states, yet beyond that. Mahantam Vibhum Atmanam, as oneself, Matva, Jnatva, Dhyatva, having realized, Nashochati. Nashochati means, like it is simple, as when you have finished the dream, even if it is most beautiful and most desirable dream, waking up is, why dream ended? It is dream. If you know that, you won't cry. Right? It has no reality when you realize, chodo. Would you cry after getting up from the waking dream? Swamiji, you came to me in my dream. Oh. What did I do? Lecture only. That's why I woke up. At least in the lecture, at least in the waking, you woke up at least. But then I woke up and he went away. Thank God. Otherwise, I would not be here. You woke up. I'll be caught in you. So, once I know it is not there, no shochati. Why are we sorrowful? Because we are not waking up. That's why you earlier say, Uttishtada Jagrata. You wake up. Prapya varan nibodhata. Now, here next few verses are, it is to indicate that Brahman is not only the Adhyatma, Antaratman, but also what the Vedic rituals worship as Prana, Hiranyagarbha, and various Agni, etc., which is worshipped in the form of deities. Actually, all the deities are none other than Brahma Swarup only. See, in the case of a upasaka, a worshipper, he must recognize this and worship it as accordingly. Then Brahma Loke Mahiyate. So here in the next few verses are about how to understand the Brahman as Hiranyagarbha, Brahman as the Agni, Brahman as Prana. Now you see, Ya imam madvatam veda Atmanam jivamantikat Ishanam bhuta bhavyasya Natato vijugupsate Etatvaitat. Etatvaitat is this alone is that. What is that? Yaha, that which is imam madhvadam. Madhvadam means karma phaladhata. Karma phaladhataram iti veda. This Atman is the one really the giver of the result of action. Yesterday also we saw that Ishvaraha Maya Upahita Chaitanyam. Ishvara is none other than one who has the power called Maya with him and employs that to give the results of action while he himself not participating in deciding it. जो आप किया है इसके लिए ये फल है बस. ये पुण्य है पाप है मुझे क्या नहीं मालूम. A judge is not deciding whether it's a punya or papa. This is the rule that is being given to you. So madhvatam means what? Karma phaladhata. कौन है वो? ईश्वर है, ईशानम. Who is he? That ईश्वर है, the karma phaladhata is Atman only. The interesting thing is how many lives we have passed by, we do not have any count of it. All that is there in the form of the impressions in us, deep impressions. इसमें कर्म वासना, when you say what it is, karma phalam tata karma ichha. Both are there. कर्म करने के लिए वो प्रकृति है. कर्म, what needs to be done or what desire to do, that is also there. Why you want to do this? Why do you desire that? That is also there only. It's prarabdha karma. When we say it is not coming from outside, you go towards it. Arey Baba. That's why, if somebody has kept a rasagulla there, your prarabdha to eat it is not decided by the rasagulla, is it? Or the person who kept it there cannot put you in your mouth. No? Your prarabdha is what you are driven towards that. What does it mean? वो इच्छा वासना है इसमें. Desire to eat, that is there, and the volition to eat is also there. Karma tada vasana. So Bhagavan has not kept a supercomputer to keep track of you. You know what he did? He put it inside you. The whole software is inside you. Whatever impressions that you have created in your all so many lives, where is it stored? I'll keep asking. And interestingly, the desire in the form of vasana is inside you, the karma, ichcha is also inside you, and interestingly, the one who is deciding to give you that is also there. Ishanam Atmanam Jivam Antikat, very closely associated with the Jivatma. Antikat, Samipat, उसके पास ही है. That's why, I mean, what to call, what is his name? That poet, Hindi poet, what is his name? Kabir Das, what did he say? कहाँ ढूंढ रहे हैं बंदो? कहाँ है मैं? मंदिर में ढूंढो, वो स्वर्ग में ढूंढो, कहीं भी ढूंढो, कहाँ है मैं? आपके पास ही मैं हूँ. I am there with you only. What does it mean? That very Ishvara, the karma phala data, one who is giving as though the prarabdha situations and making us go towards the karma based upon our vasanas and karma ichcha, is closely present as the jiva. Bhuta bhavyasya ishanam. So, Hiranyagarbha Sakshirupena Atmani Tishtati. That is the reason why when it is earlier it is said, Yached Vang Manasi Prajna. Take the Indriyas into the mind. Tad Yached Jnana Atmani. Take that it's into Buddhi. Jnanam Atmani Mahatini Yached, it is said. Mahati means Hiranyagarbhe. Where is it? Don't look for it somewhere else. This very Atman itself, in its non-identification with this physical body, is Hiranyagarbha. Identified with this physical body, it becomes what? Taijasa. Vyashti upahita chaitanyam, taijasa. Samashti upahita, samashti of all the intellect put together, upahita chaitanyam, because what? Hiranyagarbha. So, the Hiranyagarbha is the very jiva when it is not identified with one single one. So, therefore, Bhuta Bhavyasya, Bhutasya means Bhuta gone, Bhavyasya Bhavishyasya, Ishanam, the Lord, Atmanam, Jivamantikat. Close proximity jiva as one's own self as a sakshi. Then, na tataha, thereafter, na vichukupsate. Thereafter, he does not have any more vijukupsa. Vijukupsa means fear. Goptamicha jugupsa. Goptamicha jugupsa, desiderative. Na vijugupsate, he doesn't hide. When do you hide? When you are afraid. Is it not? When do you hide from anything? So I went to some place. Right in front of me was just 10 feet away. It's a tiger. just looking at me. It's very frightening. When you look at that close, a tiger, really, with eyes looking and ready to pounce, and it's just, his hands are so huge, and it is angry also. I said, "What? Come here." It raised its hand, both hands. Then I looked and smiled. I went to the next cage. No, you see, into San Diego Zoo. Now, you tell me, am I afraid of that? Why am I not afraid of that? Because I know it is inside, it cannot attack me. Had it been open, would you think that I will go anywhere near that? When do you hide? Out of fear you hide. In fact, that is more afraid than you. Actually, it is true. They are more afraid of human beings than human beings are afraid of that. Because they do not want to attack you unnecessarily. They are afraid, therefore they attack you. Why don't they come in the open? They are afraid. They are afraid that you will kill them, then they will be hiding somewhere else. So if I come to know that the karma phaladata Ishvaraha is my own self, then fear of whom? Fear of what? Na vijugupsate tataha na vijugupsate. So shokaha na bhavati, na shochati, it is written earlier, na vijugupsate, bhayam abhina. Etasmin udaram antaram kurude adatasya bhayam bhavati. Taittiriya Upanishad says, even a little difference you make between you and anything else, that one will be the cause of your fear. Tato na vijugupsate etatvai tat. Vai means indeed. That alone is this. Though it is not presently, it looks like a hypothesis for us. But as we move forward, we will come to know freedom and fear don't go together. When you are in love with someone or something about which you don't have fear, is it not? I am afraid I am in love with you. If you are afraid, you are not in love. Fear and love cannot go together. Fear and freedom cannot go together. So freedom, when a person seeking freedom, he first thing that he must overcome is fear. Abhayam vindate. Then only Abhayam Brahma vindate. Yappurvam tapaso jatam adbhya purvamajayata guham pravishya tishtantam yo bodhebhiryapashyata etat vaitat. Again, this is now referred to buddhi rupena hiranyagarbha. Sakshi rupena hiranyagarbha pehle. Purvam, in the beginning or at the beginning of the whole creation, tapasaha jatam yaha. Tapasaha jatam means brahmanaha jatam. It is tapo vai brahma. Satapo tapyata satapastaptva idakam sarvam asritata. Tapas here does not mean an act of austerity. Tapas is intense attention. Intense attention. That is tapas. Tapasaha jatam, tapo vai Brahma. Brahman is that which brought about this Hiranyagarbha. In the Puranic stories, it is Vishnu lying down, from his navel it came out, as though that is how it is said to be. Hiranyagarbha Brahma. In the religious parlance or in the Puranic stories, it is said to be Brahma came out of Narayana but did not know where he is from. So he looked, only Andhakar was there. He was in Andheri. So Andhakar. So Andhera. मैं कौन हूँ? That's the question, because nothing else was there. In the usual all movies, all stories, somebody gone into coma. And, oh, मैं कहाँ हूँ? कौन है मैं? कौन हूँ? Who am I? Where am I? That's the question. So Brahmaji, when he woke up, Nothing. Not even his own body was there. Akar nahi tha. Oh, Panchabhuta was not there. Where is Akar then? There's no form. But what was there is the individuality created as though, independent of that Brahman. Kaun hu main? First question. Second, kyun hu main? Who am I? For what I am? Our next one is karne kya hai? Karna kya hai? What is to be done? What is to be done means this is to time also. Anyway, let us not go into that. So, purvam tapasaha jatam adbhya purvam. Adbhya purvam means panchabhutanam purvam. Even before the panchabhuta, adbhya here is an example, than before the waters, water being the sustainer of life. Adbhya purvam ajayata. Even before the creation of panchabhutas. And therefore, that very self, that very Hiranyagarbha, guham pravishya, after having created the world, as though it is said in Taittiriya Upanishad also, tat srishtva tadeva anupravishad, tadanupravishya satya tacha bhavati, etc. Having created, he entered, meaning what? He infused life into them. It's like you take a balloon, becomes me. Kya hai usme? Emptiness only. But why is it looking big? Air. So, this whole creation, Brahmanda, is infused with life. And life, when you say, it is not on the matter, it is the Chaitanya which knows the matter. As a Chaitanya Rupa, as the very life he entered. So, guham pravishya tishtantam. As he enters into our own being as life, tishtantam, yo bhudebihi, along with all other elements, along with the 5 elements which are created as matter. That's why Krishna also makes it clear, I have 2 kinds of prakriti, apara prakriti, para prakriti. Apara prakriti means that which is a lower nature, para means the higher. Bhumi rapo nalo vayuhu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara idiyam me binna prakriti rashtata apareyam idasvanyam prakritim viddhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yeyedam dharyate jagat. Para prakriti is a jiva, apara prakriti is all other things. Mana buddhi ahankar, tata panchabhutani. 8 total. So, the 8 are considered as lower prakriti, and the one who is aware and enlivens that is called para prakriti. So, Hiranyagarbha, bhudebihi, with those 8 elements, vyapashyata is seen, perceived, etatva etat. So, in us also the jivatva is the Hiranyagarbha, the Paramatma only associated with the Panchabhutas, remaining as the operator of that. So, Hiranyagarbha Sakshi Rupena Paramatma, Hiranyagarbha Buddhi Rupena Paramatma. Now, here comes Prana Rupena. Ya Pranena Sambhavati Atitir Devatamayi Guham pravishya tishtanti ya bhute birvyajayata etatvaitat. Swamiji, in this past so many days I am listening to you, one word, one sentence I know very well. What? Etatvaitat. It is like the children, after so many years of Bal Vihar, ask them to chant Guru Stotram. First 3 they will show, because that's what they do every week. Afterwards, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, that they clearly say, not other things. Yeah, now you see, suddenly they change. Up till this, yaha is given as masculine, now it's feminine. Suddenly, ya aditi. Aditi means, very interesting, adina aditi iti katyate. What is Aditi? You know, in the story in Purana, Kashyapa has got two, Diti and Aditi. And those who are born out of Diti are called Daityas. And those who are born out of Aditi are not Adityas. And the first and foremost Aditya is Surya. Aditya. And what do you mean by Aditi? The very word Adina Aditihi. Adina. Dina means what? Dina means one who is in general miserable. Dina means जो नहीं देता है वो दीन है. Meaning a person who is afraid of giving because he will not have it is called Daridra. Dina is one, is helpless, number one. Number two, he finds himself isolated or incapable of giving. That's why when we say give it to somebody, if you say do something, why should I do? Why not he do himself? That is Dina. Aditi means one who does not ask what is for me, but gives. That's why Aditya, look at Aditya is a very big, good example. Sun giving and giving and giving only. Constant giver. Poshakarta, Poshan. So Aditihi means pranena sambhavati. Paramatma, the self in the form of prana, is given birth to Aditi. Devatamayi. Devatamayi means Indriyamayi. Here Devata means Jyodanatvat. Self-illuminating, of the nature of shine, prakasha. Jyoti, Dhyau. Dhyau means the Swarga. What does that mean? The resplendent place. It's called Dhyau, it is called. The same root. Diya. In Hindi mein the Diya hota hai. Diya means what? It's light. Jyoti. So, Devatamayi means what? Indriyamayi. So, Indriyas are what? Those which are operating because of the presence of prana. Prana nahi to, you can't see, you can't hear carefully, you can't lift your hand also. Even if you want to lift, there are two things necessary. Buddhi giving instruction and prana doing the act. Without that you can't do. Jnana Shakti bhi chahiye or Kriya Shakti bhi chahiye. Even if I think of doing something, I may think, but I don't do it. Why? I'm so tired. That means what? Prana. Prana is very low. So here, Pranamayi, so because she being the product of prana, Devatamayi, Indriyamayi. Again, that in the form of prana, Guham Pravishya. Hridaya Guhe Pavishya. Tishtantim. So that is also none other than, as a prana Shakti, it is Paramatma only, he is present here. Ya bhutebihi vyavashyata. As we seen, vyapajayata, it is born along with all the pancha muhabhutas. Earlier, vyapashyata is given, here vyapajayata is given. So it is vyajayata, sorry. It is vyajayata, it is having born along with the five elements which is present in the form of a prana Shakti in ourselves is also the same Paramatma only. Meaning Aditihi Brahma ityartha. And it's interesting. Next one is interesting is Agni. Agni is Aranyor Nihito Jata Vedaha Garbha eva supruto garbini bihi Dive idyo jagravat bihi Avishmat bhir manushye bhiragnihi. In the rituals, in the traditional ritual, the fire is not created out of cigarette lighters, not even by the matchsticks. Two wooden pieces are used, Uttara Arani and Adhara Arani. Arani is nothing but a wooden cup. So one is the top one, one middle one. Between them, mathanam, they do the churning, and out of that, what the spark that comes, they take it in a cotton piece, cotton cloth or cotton, and then that is used for invoking the fire. Meaning, please make this point clear, Agnihi Gudaha. It's already hidden. The fire is already there. It is not coming out, unmanifest. So the unmanifest fire in the wood is invoked, and that is used as the representative of the Lord. Now what we do? And that too, no? What do you call that? Starter. There is a starter also. And then we put the karpur or something. And that matchstick also goes there only. That is another thing. And that also is put there. Anyway, no. Aranyoho nihitaha gudaha jatavedaha. Jatavedas yatyajadam tat sarvam veda idi jataveda. The one who knows all, anything that is born is known. That is only the Paramatma, only the one who is a witness of everything that is created. And that is hidden in the form of Agni. And also, any karma that you perform towards the Lord must be present when the fire is there. Bhagavan's sun should be there and the fire should be there. Then only it is complete. And beyond the sunset, no true ritual related to any god is performed. So therefore, the fire that is there knows what you are doing. It is a witness, Sakshi, Agni Sakshi. Even marriage is supposed to be Agni Sakshi only. Anybody else may say, I have never seen you marrying, but that one, Agni says, I saw it. So, Aranyor Nihito Jata Vedaha. So, just like the fire hidden within that two Arunis, which is invoked for the sake of the ritual, how carefully they make sure that it is brought out when they do the churning. Similarly, Jnana Agni is between Guru as Uttara Arani, Shishya as Adara Arani, and Shravanamana Nididhyasanadi churning. And that comes as the fire of knowledge. Now, the second example is given is Garbini Bihi Garbha Iva. Just like a pregnant woman, how carefully she is aware of, taking care of the womb, fetus. Why? By avoiding what is not to be eaten unnecessarily, what is unhealthy. In the same way, hidden only. And how carefully she is aware. She is aware. That fellow is kicking now. That fellow listening. When you are saying something also. No, I don't want to be angry because that fellow is listening. The fellow, no. Whoever it is, male or female. Actually, on Sundays, no boy will be born. You know why? On Sundays, no baby boy will be born. You know why? Because no male delivery on Sundays. Anyway, okay. Subhrata. So this knowing the fire hidden inside the wood as well as the hidden as the fetus in the womb of a mother, how carefully, by whom? Yogi bihi, karma bihi. Karmis knows the fire as the hidden presence. Just like the Garbhini will know that hidden fetus, in the same way, the yogis and the upasakas will know how gudastha presence of the hidden presence of that Supreme. Similarly, dive dine dine, idyaha, paraniyaha, pujaniyaha, upasaniyaha, stutiyaha, that which is to be worshipped, jagravat bihi, by those who are alert, to be worshipped by those who are doing upasanas, havishmad bihi, by those who are offering havish, or those who are offering the offerings into the fire, Manushyebihi, those people also, that Agni is Brahma. In fact, in the Prashnopanishad, Pancha Agni is talked about. And out of the 5, 2 of them are the male Agni and the female Agni. The Purusha is also Agni and Stri is also Agni. And because of the 2 Agnis to come together, the fetus is also Agni. And just why the Agni is pointed out here, even the fetus is considered as Agni. So, that which is hidden in the wood, that which is hidden as Agni in the womb as a fetus, that which is hidden, that which is being offered every day by the ritualist, that fire is Brahma. Brahma, the supreme reality alone is worshipped as Agni there. So now, that from which the entire creation begins and into which entire creation ends. Yataschodedi suryaha astam yatra jagacchati tam deva sarve arpitaha tadunatyeti kaschana etat vaitat. Yataha, from which, yasmat, brahmanaha, udeti, rises up, suryaha, from which the sun rises, astam yatra cha gacchati, to which alone it finally astamam. Astam means it is merged, to sink. Tam atmanam, devaha, sarve, all the deities, arpitaha, surrender. Tad, that indeed, na atyedi kaschana, nobody can transcend that. That from which the sun rises means what? The entire creation wakes up, into which the entire creation merges back. That is why the worship of the sun is what? Brahma se utta hai wo. From the Lord alone he is coming up. That's why both Astamanam as well as the Udaya are considered as a holy time for the Upasakas, even for the yogis, because it is a representative of Brahman coming up onto the horizon, and when it is merging into that Brahman alone, it is going back. So that Udeti, where the sun rises, astedi, going to back to that, astam gacchati, yatra, where that nobody can cross over. Na atyedi kaschana. These are all for beautiful meditation. So think about, you are standing in front of the rising sun. It is none other than the expression of Brahman externally. That's why it's so resplendent. Coming out, just like a person who is waking up from a deep sleep, how resplendent. Of course, without even a makeup, that person will look fresh. Because if you have taken a real rest, then you will feel so fresh when you wake up. So that very freshness, the brilliance, the joy, the happy, the peace, that is because at the time of the sleep, you are at the lap of Brahman. When we are going to sleep, we are at the lap of Brahman. We are resting in him. We are residing in him. We are reclining in him. You are sleeping in his presence. And he is open all the time, waking up, making sure that you are safe. Because in one place in the Kathopanishad says, what makes you breathe when you're sleeping? Even now. Do you think you are breathing? Because he is making sure that you are alive to experience all your karmas. So even every breath that we take is actually he is taking care of it now. Making sure that your body is sustained until you finish your karma. Therefore, here Upanishad says, what you asked for, astiva na astiva. And what is beyond dharma and adharma, beyond krita, akrita, what is beyond past, present and future? Where is it? He says, Yadeveha tadamutra yadamutra tadanviha mrityo samrityumapnoti ya iha naneva pashyati. Yad eva iha, that which is here now, iha means here, atra, tadeva amutra, that alone is there. What religion has as the God, what is here is what is there. Yadiha tadamutra. Yadamutra tadiha. That what is there is here. What is here is there. Meaning, when he says, after death, is there or not? That is a question, right? Vederabi vijikitsidam kila. Veda, Deverabi vijikitsidam kila. Even the Devatas have the question, astiva na astiva. Are you there? Yes, you will be there. Natve vaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipaha na jaiva na bhavishvamaha sarve vayamataparam. Arjuna, you have never been absent. Never be absent in the future also. You are here, yes, you will be here. Now, here does not mean here in this physical body. But you are, you are. Wherever you go, you are. That's why when you go to any national forest, national park, etc., they put a huge, display, right? And then they put, you are here. One person asked me, Swamiji, yes, how do they know that we are here? What a stupid question. Somebody is watching us. How do they know that we are here? Wherever you are, there you are. Yadevaiha tadamutra. Whatever you are here, that is what you are there. What is there is what is here. Nothing changed. Tadu anviha, in the same way, likewise. Likewise, one who does not see it, here, there does not mean only this and there. Here mean me, I, is where you are. She is, that is. Nana pashyati yaha, one who says many, nana iva yaha pashyati, whoever sees as a different here, mrityo samrityum apnoti. He goes from death to death, meaning punaharabi maranam, punarabi jananam. Who? He the one who sees nana. Don't see nana anymore. Dada dadi to theek hai, नानी तो ठीक है, नाना तो देखो. अभी नाना देखो तो बस गया हो तुम. Nana here does not mean nana. Nana means when anekam. Anekam iva pashyati yaha saha mrityoho mrityum punarabi jananam punaha janma maranadi lakshana samsaram adhigacchati prapnoti. Only samsar milta hai usko. So, don't see the variety, even though, as we saw in the very beginning of this chapter itself, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, they are designed to see variety only. Eyes are meant for what? To see different colors, to see different forms. If you take that to be true, nana. Aap nana ho gaya abhi. You see only nana then. Manase vedamaptavyam neha nanasti kinchana mrityo samrityam gacchati ya iha naneva pashyati. Last line remaining the same, mrityo samrityam gacchati ya iha nana iva pashyati. So nana iha pashyati means one who sees manyness. He goes from death to death, meaning the Yama says, I often see him coming. Okay, go. Again you are coming. One judge was telling this, I told you this, one judge was telling the thief, every 6 months I see you. Are you not ashamed? Every 6 months you come. You go out and again come back. Another 3 months you spend here. Again go out, another burglary, come back. Are you not ashamed? Thief said, I ask you one question. Yes. For the past 10 years I am seeing you. Are you not ashamed? You have not been promoted yet. It's a local judge. So the Mrityu constantly watches, hey, go. Nana pashyati kya? Yeah. If you are seeing only Nana, then manyness, I'll see you many often. So what is the way out of it? Manasa eva idam aptavyam. Manasa here means buddhya jnanena eva idam aptavyam. Manasa eva idam aptavyam na iha nana asti. So here, even though eyes, ears, nose, tongue are reporting to be the differences, really speaking, kinchana nana iha asti. There is nothing called variety. But, hard for us to overcome not seeing this variety, because variety makes us entertained. Everything is the same. Every day the same upma is given to you, breakfast. Then what will you do? So the variety is what makes Swami, that is what the spice of life. You have what spice or your spouse? No spice. Okay. All right, we'll see tomorrow. Friday, tomorrow. We'll finish, don't worry about it. You're not afraid at all. Nabjukupsate. After all, if I don't finish, you will read the book. No big deal. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhabhat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.